Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In Jesus' name. We're going to get right to the lesson. I'll give you the title. It's Backsliding from the Book. Backsliding from the Book. This lesson was put together for believers who really staking their salvation on God's Word. So many people today don't understand what's at stake here. Salvation is much more important than your life. If it came down on you dying or your loved one dying, and the only way you can save them by rejecting God, let them die. Let them die. Nobody is more precious than God Himself and His Word. Don't never choose anybody over God. And most people today hold close to their feelings and emotions toward people. Loving God is not about no feeling and emotion. It's about truth. It's about what's going on in the world. If you stake your whole happiness, your life on your neighbor being happy with you just because you're doing something good for them, you have missed the boat. You missed the mark. You missed everything. You got to make sure that you don't backslide from this book, because a lot of people have heard this word. I done taught a lot of people more. This is a new group in here versus the old group. They heard this word. They went away from the book. So we want to try to touch on not backsliding from the Bible, because your family going to try you. Your loved one's going to try you. And they're going to try to pull you away because they seem like you ain't happy because you follow the rules. Don't backslide from this. This is more precious than life, like I said. More precious than life itself. We're going to start in Job chapter 9 and verse 24. One thing that most people don't understand about this world, it is not set up on God's laws. It is not set up on the statutes that God put in place in His Bible. If we stake our salvation on the world and what it's doing and try to please the world and backslide from the book, we have missed everything. We have lost everything. There were two sides of the kingdom. Two. The right side, which is in the kingdom with Jesus, and the wrong side, which is in the kingdom with the lake of fire, if you got some understanding on that. But we got to make sure that we don't backslide from the book. Control your emotions. Control your feelings. Control them. And the only way you can control them is by this book and your faith in God. Because the world, it ain't giving up nothing but vomit, nothing but sickness, nothing but diseases to this body. What I mean by disease to this body, meaning that they don't give you no knowledge of God, how to heal your body. God is the only way, the only route that we can take and get healing, get peace in our mind. But most people hear this word and they backslide from it because they feel like they're on this island by themselves. You better learn how to stay on this island by yourself, because when that lake of fire hit, you're gonna be so glad that you followed it. Follow God's word. Understand that. Let's look at this. Let's go to Job chapter 9. We'll read two verses here. Verse 24. Go ahead, brother.
The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof.
He said the earth is given to who? The hands of the wicked. And we know who controls the wicked. Satan. So stop trying to please this system they got. God said, if you love the world, you don't love me. Stay in tune with the book. Don't backslide from that. Turn away from the truth when you heard the truth. You understand the truth. Now you're saying, well, I don't want to do that because it don't make me feel good. This ain't got nothing to do with your feelings. This ain't got nothing to do with my feelings. It's about making sure we understand that our salvation. That's it. Salvation. That's all. That's the only reason why we're here on the earth. To be in that first resurrection. To be with him. But he said the earth is given over to who? In the hands of the wicked.
Right.
All this earth is wicked. Every last bit of it is wicked. And the reason why most people don't see it wicked, because they have backslidden from the book. This is your spiritual eyes right here. Like the brothers say, he that have ears to hear and eyes to see. You got to have spiritual eyes to see what the wickedness is. Because I keep telling you over and over, Satan don't play fair. He give you what you like. Go ahead, brother.
He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Go ahead.
Now my days are swifter than the post. They flee away. They see no good.
It's no good in this world. The days are running so fast now, we can barely keep up. I can tell you, I remember when I was about 20. Now I'm pushing up into the 50s. It came so fast. It came really fast. That's why it's so important that you learn this word when you're young. Get in tune with it. Make it a part of your life, because we only here for a short amount of time compared to eternal life. Short. 70 years like a vapor to God. It ain't even long at all. In the kingdom, a child gonna die 100 years old. And people die the day before they even reach 70. Understand that. This lesson put together for the believers. Don't backslide from this. Do not backslide from this. Let's go to Luke chapter 12, verse 46. When much is given, much is required of us. When you know a lot, believe me, you're responsible. I'm responsible. And please don't let people make you backslide. Luke chapter 12, we're going to start with verse 46. Jesus wants us to be prepared to understand his judgments. If you don't understand the judgments when you stand before the great white throne for judgment, you're going to have a rude awakening, man. Rude awakening. Rude awakening, because every sin that you have done going to come up in judgment. Every last one of them. But if you follow the rules and regulations now, and don't backslide from the book, don't backslide from the book, all you will see is the blood. This is what we want Christ to say. I'm his advocate, Father. Let him pass through, or her pass through. We gotta have it. But we can't have it when we are backsliding from the truth. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Luke chapter 12, we're going to start at verse 46. When much is given, much is required, y'all. This word we are listening to is very precious. And God holds it dear to his heart. And when you don't follow it like you're supposed to follow it, it's become evil. You become evil to him. Go ahead.
The Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him.
This is the coming of the Lord. He said, the Lord of that servant will come in a day, and people ain't looking. People ain't looking at it. He ain't talking about looking with your eyes. He's talking about looking in his book to know the signs of when he's coming back. We know the signs when he's coming back. When that third temple is built over in Jerusalem, we understand that time is near. When the man is sitting in the temple of God and calling himself God, we know the time is near. He's talking about the people that don't know this book. They have backslidden from the book. Go ahead.
The Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him.
Yes, sir.
And at an hour when he is not aware.
And
will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
Lord said, I'm going to come so fast to the one that ain't watching, I'm going to cut you so fast you're going to die in your sin. Cut you so fast that you're going to die so quick. Because you're backsliding. You lost your protection, which is the word of God. Go ahead.
In that servant which knew his Lord's will.
He said, in that servant which knew, meaning that you had some understanding here. Somebody have told you about this word. You knew. out of sight, out of mind with God, because God looking here. Anytime you sit before truth and you hear it, you're accountable. He holds us accountable. Don't backslide from this. Go ahead.
That servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
You're going to be punished, beaten with many stripes. And this can happen way before the judgment seat.
That's right.
Just understand that when the great tribulation comes, you ain't in the right place at the right time. You're going to get whipped left and right. Because that beast going to come. Because Satan going to come after the ones that are trying to keep the commandments of God if they're not in the wilderness at this time. Go ahead.
But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of whom shall be much required, of him shall be much required.
Because you got to make sure you understand this. When you hear this word, you understand this word, much is given to you. You know it, and much going to be required of you. You can't stand up and say, God, I ain't know about this. I ain't know about not eating pork. I didn't know about not the wilderness. I didn't know about shellfish and animal. I didn't know about all these things he told us was abomination, and he detests them. Especially when you got knowledge, and you sit before a man of God who's teaching you the law. He said, you are the ones that are going to be beat with many stripes, the ones that know it will, and the ones that didn't know it will, going to be beat with fewer stripes. They got a better chance. Go ahead.
For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
Yes, sir.
And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
Go ahead.
I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I? And what will I if it be already kindled?
God said, I come to send fire upon the earth. This talking about the lake of fire. This talking about the fire of separating God's people from the evil people. Because a lot of times, this fire he's talking about is talking about you coming through, what they call this, it's a situation. Fire in the Bible don't always mean hot. Satan send fiery darts to your mind. Situations that are evil to your mind, try to get you off course. And this thing right here, he's going to send these fiery temptations. Well, not God, but fiery temptations are going to be here upon this earth. If you backslide from this book, go ahead.
But I have a baptism to be baptized with. And how am I straightened till it be accomplished?
How am I straightened till it be accomplished? Understand, when Jesus was baptized, he baptized in water also, and also he's talking about the baptism, the situation when he went on the cross. He was straightened, just like we got to be straightened. Go ahead.
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, no, but rather division. You
never heard that, some people. Jesus' word gonna make up divisions inside of your household. Divisions with all your friends. If you tell them the truth. He said, I ain't come to give peace.
That's right.
Because the earth is given over to the wicked.
Come on.
They running this. Go ahead.
For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house, divided. 3 against 2, and 2 against 3.
Here come that household again. He telling us, you got 5 in the house, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. There's always going to be division there because the word of God is going to choose the right way, and somebody that's evil is not going to like it.
That's right.
Inside of your household.
Come on.
This is what he's saying. Don't backslide from this. When this stuff goes on in my household, and I see stuff going on in your household, I know the word of God working in now. It's working because you're trying to keep the law. My family ain't no escape. My family's not neglected from this word because I'm the pastor. It happened to me too. Just like it happened to y'all. The evil gonna rise up in your families. But you can't backslide from this book. You understand what's going on. When you understand what's going on, you don't backslide. You're like, oh, okay, I'll wait on this. I'll wait on that. Okay. I'm patient with it now. Go ahead.
Verse 53.
Mm-hmm.
The father shall be divided against the son,
Yes,
and the
sir.
son against the father.
Now he's telling you all these different battles that you're going to have in your household with your family. Father against the son. Son against the father. Go ahead.
The mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother.
Yes, sir.
The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
So don't be surprised. Oh, I ain't going to serve God no more because my kids don't like me. Or whoever, my mama don't like me. I'm going to backslide it from the book so I can go ahead and make them like me. Forget that. You crazy? Don't never backslide from God's word because you're trying to please a family member. Everything should be rightly divided in the book, not by happiness and fun. Don't backslide from this because you get caught slipping. You get caught slipping through your knowledge, what you know. Let's turn there. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 1. You can't get caught slipping. Don't backslide from this book. When trouble come up, get in your book instead of getting in your feelings. Hebrews chapter 2, we're going to start at verse 1. Don't get caught slipping after you know the truth, man. Don't play with yourself like that. A lot of people play with themselves like, oh, he don't just pass me over. He didn't see that. Yes, he did. Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Therefore we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard,
Yes, sir.
lest at any time we shall let them slip.
See, when you hear this word of God, take heed to it. Go home and study. Don't close the Bible and say, okay, I'm going to wait till the next Sabbath before I open it up again. You ain't going to get it like that. You going to slip. You going to slip, and I'm going to slip if I don't keep this word on my mind every day, all day, 24/7. That's how most people slip. And how do you slip? You slip in your emotions. You want people to like you. That's when you want people to like you, that's when that backsliding going to come. Go ahead.
For if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedient receive a just recompense of reward,
Go ahead.
how shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation?
How are we going to escape the lake of fire if we neglect this word? That's what he's saying. What other escape you got? There's no other escape. Either you're going to be with God or you're going to be in the lake of fire. Period. And the only way you're going to be with God is you know his word. You can't know it when you backslide. Go ahead.
How shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord,
Yes, sir.
and was confirmed unto us by them that heard it?
He's going to confirm it. It's already going to be, it's confirmed the one that heard it. So when you hear the truth, don't neglect this because you have damned your soul. I have damned my soul if I heard this truth and don't do it. Show what I'm talking about. Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 2. 2 books over. It's better for you to not even heard this word for you to play with it. All of us. 2 Peter chapter 2, we're going to start with verse 20. Don't leave your escape on the table. Don't backslide from the book. People backslide from the Bible and the Word, and they left their escape on the table. 2 Peter chapter 2, we're going to start with verse 20. Go ahead.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ,
Yes, sir.
they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
See, after you escape through the world way of their wickedness, the latter end is what?
It's worse.
It's worse. Why? Because you know what's right and what's wrong. Now, when you didn't know what right and wrong, you kind of went through the world with your feelings. Whatever feel good, you just did it. But now you got some knowledge. Now you got some understanding. God told me not to do this. God told me to be on the Sabbath day, not Sunday. You got some knowledge now. Well, listen to what he said here. Go ahead.
For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
It's better for you not even know this, because you're going to be beat. I'm going to beat with many stripes, but I turn my back against this. It's better for us not even knowing this at all. We have a better chance of making it than we have by knowing this. We have a better chance of making it than one that don't know. And just come up on this all of a sudden. No, you know, I know how to obtain salvation and keep it. Go ahead.
22.
Uh-huh.
But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again,
Yes, sir.
and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
He said, when you hear this word and you turn from it, it's like a dog going back to his vomit.
That's right.
Going back, eating up the throw up he had. What the world is offering in this world is throw up. It's sickness. It's disease. When God will give you his righteousness, to turn to righteousness and give you salvation, and you go back to the world, you're worse than this dog right here. That's all God see you as, dogs. You can read Isaiah chapter 56, he told them they're like greedy dogs. A lot of people are greedy. They want more than their eyes can see. Be content. So don't backslide from this, from the word of God. If you backslide from the word of God, as you know, when you know the truth, you're like a dog turning to his vomit. God said that. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 3. Just trying to reinsure your faith. Strengthen your faith. Because it's tough out here. A lot of people have left their weapons closed up. What I mean by closed up? When they get out of second class, they close the book up. That's your weapon right now. That's your weapon. That's how you fight your mind. That's how you fight your mind. That's how you fight your enemies. Through the word of God. You can't fight them with your knowledge against their knowledge. You can't. When Jesus was tempted by Satan on the mountain, how did Jesus fight him? With the word. He said, it is written. He hid him. He kept hitting him till Satan said, oh, I got to flee. Y'all leave your weapons on the table. You ain't got nothing to hit with. Some of us have limbs are cut off. We can't even box with Satan. Because we have closed the book, and therefore we close the book, we close our knowledge. You don't have no weapons. Backsliders. Jeremiah chapter 3, we'll start verse 6. Go ahead.
The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah, the king,
Yes, sir.
hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel had done?
He telling Jeremiah, have you seen what Israel has done? Backslide. Cause God, people of Israel, that's you right here. I this are me, we Israel. Not them white folks over, not them Esau, our brother over there in the land. No, it's us, the Negroes, Israel. He said, you see what they have done? They're backslidden from me? Go ahead.
She is gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and there has played the harlot.
God said, you done played the hoe. You a hoe. Harlot means hoe. When you go out there and you start praising these other religious, so-called Christian holidays instead of God holidays, you just hoeing around with Satan. He told you to be here on the Sabbath day, but you're going to go visit that hoe on Sunday. That hoe at that church on Sunday, that's what he's talking about. When he said going up on every mountain and under every green tree, this is what he's talking about, them places of worship. You're supposed to be here on the Sabbath. You're supposed to honor his dietary law. You're supposed to honor his holiday. You're supposed to honor Love your neighbor as you love yourself, his commandment. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be doing. But you playing around with this whore, which is Sunday worship, which is Christmas, which is Thanksgiving, which is Easter. All those are whore attributes. This is what God telling us. You playing with that whore. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me. But she returned not, and her treacherous sister Judah saw it.
He said, this talking about the same thing, Israel. When the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom split, Israel was the northern kingdom, Judah was the southern kingdom. He said, he's seen what they have done, and they wouldn't turn back. Cause why? They were having so much fun doing what the world is doing. Go ahead.
And I saw, when all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away, given her a bill of divorce.
See, that's how God look at us, Israel. He gave us a bill of divorcement. It's a marriage. God sent his son, which is Jesus, through Israel, through the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
He found us special. But what we have done, we still playing with that hole over there. The Roman Catholic Church, who give you all these religious holidays. That's a great whore that sits on many waters that he talks about in Revelation, that everybody in this land are drunk from. Go ahead.
I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce.
Yes, sir.
Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also.
When God split the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, Israel went under captivity under the Syrians or the Africans. And then still was in the land with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Then when Judah, Benjamin, and Levi seen what happened to the other 9 tribes, they know they were captured. These cats went and did the same thing that their brothers have done, which is sinning, going after other gods. They don't even regard this. Playing with that hole. Go ahead.
And it came to pass through the lightning of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks.
What do you mean by you commit a whoredom, commit adultery and whoredom by with stones and stocks? The stock of a tree, the stone, which he's talking about. He's making statues and worshiping and praying to him, like the Muslim, the Kaaba stone over there in Mecca. They got a big box over there. They worshiping meteors that have fell to the earth. This is one majority of the time our brothers into this stuff. Islam. Islam ain't got nothing to do with us, period. They're from the seed of Abraham, but they're from Esau. Not Esau, Ishmael. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Our promise seed is from Abraham, Sarah, and then Isaac. This is where our promise seed come from. Then the 12 tribes of Israel. They're Shemitic or Abraham, or a part of Abraham's seed, but they're not a part of the seed of the promise. Don't backslide from God's book. Don't backslide from the book. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And yet for all this, her treacherous sister Judah had not turned unto me with her whole heart, but frankly said the Lord.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel has justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Yes, sir.
Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return, thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord.
Yes, sir.
And I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, says the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever.
God is begging Israel to turn back.
Yes, he is.
He keeps begging Israel, turn back. Because if you don't turn back, he got to send Nebuchadnezzar and his sons at you now. Those are the ones that put us in slavery. Those are the ones that run the world right now. Nebuchadnezzar's sons, which is so-called European or Gentiles. Go ahead.
13. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God,
He said, only acknowledge your iniquity. Acknowledge your sin. Don't play with him. Ask for forgiveness. Israel didn't do that. Something happened to Israel. Go ahead.
That thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God, and hast scattered thy ways to the stranger, under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, says the Lord.
You have scattered your way in every green tree. Meaning that you went to the